Welcome to the Curious Platypus. I'm Michael Edward, and today's piece is titled Another Day, Another Dollar. Friday, 10:52 a.m. Hey there, how can I help you today? Tony says as the next customer approaches the counter. Yeah, how you going? I'm hoping to get an advance on my next Centrelink payment as I've hit a bit of a rough patch. Do you have your customer reference number with you? Yep, it's right here. The customer responds as he fumbles through his wallet. Handing a crumpled card to Tony, he says, I don't need my whole payment. Half will do. Tony types the number into his computer. Alex, is it? Yep. Okay, so it says here, Alex, that you missed your appointment last week with the job agency On Track. What happened was, my cousin's girlfriend was going to give me a lift, right? But her car broke down before she got to my place, and by then it was too late to catch the bus. So why didn't you ring and reschedule? Tony asks. I was gonna, but I ran out of credit on my phone, and so I couldn't. That's why I need to get an advance on my payment. So the issue is, Alex, the way the system is set up, I can't authorize an early payment because you haven't met your job seeker requirements. But what you can do is use one of the phones over there. Tony gestures to the phones near the entrance to reschedule an appointment with On Track, and once it's registered in our system that you've gone to your appointment, I can authorize an advanced payment. Ah, fuck, really, bro? I need the payment today, man. I don't even have enough money to get the bus home. Can't you help me out? Sorry, there's nothing I can do. And even if I could, the earliest payment wouldn't go through for at least 3 working days. Snatching his card back, Alex passes right by the phones as he storms out the door. A quiet sigh escapes Tony before he calls the next customer over. Friday, 12:47 p.m. Sitting alone in the lunchroom, Tony bites into his ham and cheese sandwich while staring at his phone. Scrolling through Facebook, he comes across an ad that reads, Become a successful author today! Enroll in Carl Stevens' online writing course and join the thousands of other writers who've turned their dreams into reality. In this course, you'll learn the trade secrets they don't want you to know. Enroll now for only $199 to bring your publishing dreams to life. For a moment, Tony's thumb hovers. Years ago, before Nathan was born, before Susan left him, and before he ended up working at Centrelink, Tony had dreams of being a writer. Hey Tony, Andy, a fellow employee, says as he walks into the lunchroom. Hey Andy, how's it going? Tony asks half-heartedly. Although he'd never say it to his face, Tony is sour with Andy for getting promoted ahead of him. You know how it is, mate. Another day, another dollar. Pulling a big continental roll out of the fridge, Andy winks before walking out. Staring into the empty space Andy just filled, Tony takes another bite of his sandwich. Friday, 6:20 p.m. Tony is finally at home on the couch. With a beer in one hand and a bag of salt and vinegar chips in the other, he is watching the footy. Dad, can I borrow $25? Nathan asks as he walks in front of the TV. What do you mean borrow? You don't have a job. How are you going to pay it back? And what for? Oh, come on, Dad. You know what I mean. Can't it be like an advance on my pocket money? You haven't even done your chores. Last night's dishes are still in the sink. And there's still dog shit in the garden. So what exactly am I giving you pocket money for, Nathan? Oh, come on, Dad. I'll do that stuff later, I swear. Besides, I need the money for school. For school? Tony raises an eyebrow. Yeah, we have an excursion next week, and it's $25. Oh yeah? Well, if it's for school, I guess I can just give it to you on Monday morning when I drop you off, Tony says with a smirk. See, I kinda need it now, 'cause I'm gonna stay at Jason's house for the weekend, and we're gonna get started on a big assignment. And I was gonna get a lift to school with him on Monday, see? Mm-hmm, Tony grumbles while staring at his son. Just give him the damn money. At least it'll get him out of the house, Tony thinks, before saying, All right, get my wallet, but you better not be lying to me, Nathan. Thanks, Dad. Nathan runs into the kitchen to grab Tony's wallet. Saturday, 10:02 a.m. So, Tony, how's your week been? Margaret, Tony's therapist, asks. The usual. Work, bills, looking after Nathan. You know how it is. Yes, I understand. But has anything in particular been on your mind, Tony? Tony thinks for a second before unloading an array of worries he has about Nathan and then venting about the frustration he feels towards his colleague Andy. Tony and Margaret get lost in conversation and time flies by. As the session is winding up, Margaret asks, Is there anything else that's been bothering you, Tony? Yeah, there's one thing. What's that? Well, it's kind of hard to explain, but sometimes I just get this feeling that everyone's lying to me for beep, 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 beep. The timer on Margaret's phone cuts Tony off. Unfortunately, we're out of time, Tony, but I'd love to hear all about that next time. Now, will you be paying with cash or card? Margaret asks with a smile. Card, Tony replies as another sigh escapes him.